Now, in this hour, I want to talk about a subject that's very close to my heart. I want to talk about water. Good morning to you, Matthew.
Good morning.
Nationalisation, how does it solve the problem of poor management and poor regulation that we have now when government appoints the regulators?
So for me, the question is, why are we talking about nationalisation? Why aren't we talking about what most other places do, which is common sense, local public ownership? Yes, maybe the tools you need to get there are the same, but the outcome is very different. So what we're doing is we're saying, let's hand it to the people who represent the users of this essential public services, the local councils. That's how it's run in most of the European countries. Some of the workers, the grassroots workers who are committed to cleaning up our rivers and seas. Let's put some of those campaigners you've been talking about on there. Let's maybe put some of the businesses. Let's maybe even put, if you want to get radical about it, someone to represent the Thames, on Thames Water's board, someone there to say, I am here to serve the interests of our natural environment. Let's not have this bizarre top-down form of nationalisation, and let's not have this bizarre top-down form of regulation. Let's build it into the system at a local level.
Let's talk about experts for a moment. Would you say that ordinary people, citizens, involved citizens, are at least as good as experts? Not notional experts in the water industry?
I'm wondering who these experts are.
So am I.
It sounds like what we're talking about are the people at the top of the water companies. Well, what they're experts in is making over £80 billion in dividends for their shareholders. That's not the kind of expertise we're talking about. We're talking about expertise in managing a utility for the benefit of people and planet. So what it comes down to is, who are the experts we're talking about and what are their incentives? Are there incentives to deliver a good utility that's clean and that's cheap? Or is there incentive to deliver a financialized asset for people based overseas?
Last question. If Ofwat had been properly empowered from day one, do you think we'd be having this conversation now, Matthew?
It might not be as severe, but we would. You're trying to regulate it as a private market for making money for shareholders and as an essential utility. You're in a catch-22. You cannot do both of those things. And so Ofwat was always going to be set up to fail because you cannot regulate into good health a privatised water company. And it's why the next government has to bring into local public ownership our water companies.